Okay, great. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Zoom online version of the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. Thanks for coming this morning. Now, I'm going to tell you, coming back onto Zoom was a little bit of a challenge for me, and I'm having to remember exactly how to get my Zoom wheels underneath me. Music is a shared experience for me. And so, what I really need everyone to do is if you're decent and you're willing to go ahead and let your face be shown, because it really is more powerful for me to have you sharing the music with me. However, I also need you to mute because even though I would love to hear you, it creates something like cacophony when we're not all muted. So, if I could see your beautiful faces and just welcome you warmly. And we're going to have some fun with music today. And I just invite you to sing at the top of your lungs since really nobody else can hear you anyway. So just knock it out of the ballpark this morning, okay? Now, first of all, back to this part. Ah, look at that. It's actually working. That's so good. Shake it loose a little bit. Take a nice deep breath. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Sing that. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Let's do that one more time. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Love. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything. I cut it loose with God. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Your way. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Oh yeah. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. Oh yeah. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Bring it on home. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything. Oh, everything that I need. You guys are awesome. Thank you. It's hard to do that without being in your presence. It's awesome to have you doing that with me. Thank you. So let's do another one. This one's sweet. I got to turn it up though because this one's a really soft one. Let me get this one. There we go. Let's try that. Yeah, let's take a nice deep breath together. This is just an affirmation. I invite you to speak over your own life. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I've let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. That's the whole song. We're just going to take a breath together, take a minute, and just speak that over your own life. Hold your hands to your heart. Know this is the truth of you. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I've let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I've let go of my past and I celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am with passion. Sing it. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I've let go of my past and I celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. We're all sing that. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I've let go of my past and I celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. One more time. I am beautiful. Oh, yes. I am powerful. I've let go of my past and I celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. All right. So this is where you get to ad lib. We're just going to put it out there. Whatever you're celebrating today, we're just going to say it together. Just sing it out loud. You can't get it wrong. My home, my friends, my loved ones, my little dog, my joy, my strength, my health. Sing it. What are you celebrating? I'll celebrate. Oh, won't you celebrate all your life? This Santa, one another. Oh, let's celebrate. I'll lift it up now. My grandkids, our road trip, our life, your presence. It's good now. Thank you. Thank you for coming to celebrate.
Thank you, Trasia. And good morning and welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister. And here we are on Zoom once again. We had forecast that there was some big snowstorm coming through and we've been waiting for it. Looks like it came early. It was yesterday morning. But anyway, we're erring on the side of safety. I didn't want a whole bunch of people bearing down on the center if there was going to be ice on the road. So here we are. So welcome. You've made it. This is the place to be. I know that some people actually showed up at the center this morning to find a sign on the door saying closed. What a better reason to be on our email list. And be a member than to get our emails and texts and updates on what the center is doing. Anyway, we're so glad you're here. And what we're going to do is what we do every Sunday morning is recite our vision mission statement, which says, we are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. And I will now hand it over to our board president and practitioner, Jamaica Wallace. Take it away, Jamaica.
Good morning, everybody. I have just a few announcements to share with everyone. So for starters, our chili cook-off that we were supposed to be having today, we're still going to have that. We're just going to postpone. We'll have it next week. So just sliding everything back a little bit. So we're still going to have that, and we'll have our game event and everything after service next week. So also be sure to mark your calendars for Sunday, March the 19th. We have a very special 45-year celebration for our beloved center that we are going to be having. Make sure you come to that beautiful event, like I said, March 19th, and be sure to stay after the service. We're going to have some refreshments, and we're also going to be featuring a very special video that gives a little bit of our history and how we got where we're at. So it's going to be a great fun time for everybody. Also, Sunday, April the 2nd, will be our new member orientation. So if you are a new member or an existing member who would just like a refresher, join us for this new member orientation. We will have copies of our bylaws available along with member responsibility and privilege information. And we will be available to answer any questions that anybody may have. And then Sunday, oops, let me do it real quick. Sunday, April the 9th is going to be Easter Sunday, and we're also going to have our new member celebration and a potluck. So our normal April potluck will be moved to April the 9th. And so come and join us as we celebrate all things new with fun, food, and fellowship. And then while we're saving those dates, go ahead and make sure you save the date and join us for our second annual fun fair that will be happening Saturday, June the 24th. And if you would like to be a part of that planning committee, the next planning event will be on Thursday, March the 16th at 4 p.m. at the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. So come on out and be a part of the planning and putting it all together. And then be sure that you check out our new look, you guys. I see Reverend Steve's got some of it in his background there, but our website has a beautiful new look now. It is so amazing, so user-friendly. We also have a new look to our e-news coming out. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, go check it out at grantspasscsl.org. Starting April the 1st, we are going to be moving away from using the Vanco app, which is our online tithing program that you can tithe through. We're going to be moving over to Square. We do anticipate this to be a very smooth transition, and we will keep you guys up to date as we move along. If you have any questions, you can always ask myself or Reverend Steve. And then moving forward, our pledge program continues. And I really do want to thank everybody who has taken the time to fill out that pledge program and send it in and let us know. Those pledges really do help us to those in the leadership to do the planning for the future for our center and kind of have an idea of what we have to work with. Up till now, our goal is 80,000. That's an average of what our center does take to run per year. And right now, thanks to the continued support and pledges, we have received $53,917. So you guys are so amazing. Thank you so much for that. Alrighty, do you have some musical talents that you would like to share with everybody? Do you enjoy singing or playing an instrument? If so, come join the GPCSL Musicians Potluck on March the 15th at 5:30 p.m. to have fun and share your talents. Treasure will lead us in learning some great songs and coming together again in musical harmony. Please bring a dish to share. There is a sign-up sheet at the center on the back counter that you can sign up for that in the when we make it back there. And information is available on our website for this information too, guys. Our new meditation group does continue. Our practitioners are offering a 15-minute meditation each Sunday before service, and time for you to go in and meditate together. And this starts at 9:50 and goes till 10:05. And then our metaphysical book study group continues as well. That starts at 9 a.m. and goes to 9:45 in the conference room. That's led by Reverend Steve. And the book they are studying is Living the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. So that will be back on regular schedule next week. So be sure to join us for all of that. And then we just have a few things in community news coming up. Our Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living Pop Group is hosting an Upriver to Morning program that'll be held on March the 11th from 1 to 3 p.m. The suggested donation for this program is $10. And if you'd like more information, there is a flyer at the center. And again, that information is available on our website. So I suggest go in there and look at that. It's a great program coming up. We also have a dream catcher making class that will be held on Sunday, March the 12th from 12:30 to 2 p.m. at the LEC at the center. This you can enjoy making your own dream catcher. It's great for ages 12 to adults. The cost is $22 and that covers all of your materials. Again, there is a sign-up sheet available at the center and there's more information available on our website, or you can contact Wendy or Sat for more information on that. And last but not least, we have another soul collage coming up at the LEC on March the 22nd, and that'll be from 1 to 4:30 p.m. If you are a newcomer to this, they do ask that you show up at 12:30. Again, there's a sign-up sheet at the center. If you want more information, you can contact Samantha Hall or again, get some more information on our website. And that is the conclusion of my announcements today. So Tracia will lead us in singing We Are One.
Nice deep breath. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one.
Thank you, Tracia. So I don't have a gong, but I have a bowl today to start us. So. And again, welcome everybody. I'm still Jamaica, and I am your podium practitioner for today. And since we don't have the slides today, we always start with saying our gratitude. So what I'll do today is go ahead and read the gratitude for us out loud, and then we can repeat it together if you would like to follow along with me after that. So today our gratitude is, I am deeply thankful for my authentic self, and I feel and understand the innate wholeness of life. So we'll say it together. I am deeply thankful for my authentic self as I feel and understand the innate fullness of life. So practitioners are the healing arm of our center. Our main job is to pray with and for you. If you would like to fill out a prayer request form, you can visit our website at grantspasscsl.org. and submit a prayer request, or when we're at the center, we do have the yellow forms available at the center as well. We are dedicated to your confidentiality and healing, and we have taken several years of Science of Mind classes to become licensed practitioners. We also teach classes and workshops here at our center. And if you're in need in prayer, please contact one of us for a short affirmative prayer, or you can contact one of us individually for a professional practitioner service. All of our phone numbers are listed in our programs and online as well. Whether you have an issue to resolve or you just want to experience more good in your life, we are here for you, so use us. Today, our table practitioner is Deborah Perdue, and she is holding the high watch for us here in our beautiful Zoom room. And if you have any questions or would like some prayer, you can also speak with her after the service or myself. So next we will read our prayer together. So again, I will go ahead and read it out loud once and then we can repeat it together. I pray to be true to authenticity, filled with integrity. I honor each being, including myself, for our unique individuality as part of the one. So together. I pray for the true to be, back up. I pray to be true to authenticity, filled with integrity. I honor each being, including myself, for our unique individuality as part of the one. So it is. So next we will remain seated or remain in our spots and ask Tracia to please sing I Am Loved.
Oh, okay, everyone hold hands. I am loved. I am loved. The love of God is in my life. I am loved.
Thank you, Tracia. So this morning I chose some information from this month's Science of Mind magazine. It's one of my favorite go-tos all the time. If you're not getting that, I really highly recommend getting that magazine because it's just a great source of information. But I chose some information out of the March 8th article that was titled, Be Yourself. Everyone else is already taken. So how often do we seek the approval of others when we'd be better served by living our authentic truth? A great deal, it seems. There is value in being aware of the wake we create as we move in the world. Brené Brown says, the only people who don't care about what others think are sociopaths. The key here is to not be ignorant of how we are perceived, but to live our lives from our spiritual essence, regardless of whether or not it's what others expect and desire of us. And in truth, when we fully live from our authenticity, we bring our gifts to humanity. Have you ever been the recipient of a kindness that wasn't authentically given? It's not a true gift at all. When we show up as who we are, and when we tell the truth about our experiences, we serve others, though they may not perceive it that way in the moment. There is only one life. When we truly seek to live our highest and best choices, we serve the whole world. So to quote Ernest Holmes from this thing called You, God is over all, in all, and through all. God is right where I am. I am at peace with myself. So I invite us all now just to take a few moments and close our eyes or just gaze at what's pretty, and let's just go within and connect with that inner peace that is you. And I'll call us back in just a few moments. And as we all come together in this place of oneness, I just would like to take this opportunity to speak my word of blessing over this time together, knowing that there is not a spot where God is not in this Zoom room, and that their perfect words are expressed, the perfect words are heard, and the perfect energy is felt. Through the presence of each individual person here today, I know the divine is expressing in beautiful, joyous, and magnificent ways. And for this, I know we are all very, very blessed. And we can all affirm this by saying, and so it is. And now Treasure will lead us in special music, followed by Reverend Steve's talk.
There we go. Yeah, stepping into our own powers and cheering each other on as we do that. I would say that's what this one is about. Let's play that. I wish for your love, I wish you success, and knowing you are worthy of having it all. You've answered the call to serve your highest good. You have the power within, and now you'll begin to share your heart's desire. I wish for you joy, I wish for you peace, but most of all, I wish you love. I wish you love, I wish you love. I wish you love. I wish you love, I wish you love. You have all that you need, all the support to reach the highest mountain. But if you're afraid or feel insecure, your angels are watching over you. Open your heart, trust in your path. Faith will always guide you. I wish for you joy, I wish for you peace, but most of all, I wish you love. I wish you love, I wish you love. I wish you love. I wish you love, I wish you love. You've got everything inside of you. Nothing's gonna stop you now. There's nothing you can't do. So just state your intentions with a laser beam of light and go out and shine. You shine. You shine. I wish for you love. I wish you success. And knowing you are worthy of having it all, you've answered the call to serve your highest good. Open your heart, trust in your path. Faith will always guide you. I wish for you joy. I wish for you peace. But most of all, I wish you love. I wish you love. I wish you joy and peace and love. Every little thing that you want, I wish for you. I wish you joy. I wish for you love, sweet love, sweet love. I wish you joy. And so it is.
Thank you, Tracia. Wow. Well, here we are on Zoom once again. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't this great? Comfort of your own, wherever you are. And that's where we meet you in spirituality, is wherever you are, there you are. So our month theme this month is cultivating authenticity. And the title today is Everyone Else is Already Taken. Have you ever heard someone say, oh, just be yourself. Just be yourself because everyone else is taken. You know, it can feel scary at times and a risk to be authentically yourself. You know, we want to fit in, especially in a world that's trying to fit, you know, square pegs into round holes. It starts with know thyself. Do you know who you are? I mean, do you really know who you are? And this isn't a criticism, this is a check-in to see if you really are who you think you are. You know, to live out loud means for us to fully express who we are and who we have come here to be. Who have you come here to be? What is your theme for your life? You know, throughout this month, we'll be exploring the practice of cultivating our authenticity, which empowers us to step into all the areas of our life with integrity, with our real authentic self. Again, Brené Brown offers a definition that authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embrace who we really are. Cultivating authenticity is not about becoming something else other than who you are. Rather, it challenges us to release any old patterns of thought, any attitudes or actions that act as a barrier to us standing in our personal truth and power. And by taking up this practice, we develop the courage to be vulnerable and to stand in our truth. You know, this month, we will be exploring practices for authenticity, living out loud, to be yourself because everyone else is already taken. You know, when I first came into this movement, I was very uncomfortable with being myself. And I had gone to a training that was called LifeSpring. And back in the day, it was called EST or something like that. You know, where when you would go into the seminar, they would take your watch away from you because they didn't want you to know how long you were in this workshop. Anyway, the facilitator kept coming up to me and saying, you're not being yourself. You're not being yourself. And he finally took me aside. He said, do you know who you are? And I said, I really don't. I really don't have any clue. That's why I'm here. And one of the processes was to bring up a situation where you would have some emotion about it. And I was having trouble doing that. And he took me aside and he said, look, you've paid a lot of money for this seminar. And if you can't get into this, we're going to have to ask you to leave for the weekend and there's no refund. Well, that caught my attention because, you hit somebody in their pocketbook and they're going to start listening. It had cost me a lot to be there. And so he suggested that I bring up a situation where I had a lot of emotion, and all of a sudden I started to cry. And then I couldn't stop crying because once the spigot gets turned on and you start flowing, that's all it takes for your authentic emotions to come out. Especially, at least I can speak for the divine masculine idea, is that we hold that stuff down. Big boys don't cry. Well, actually, big boys do cry, and real big boys cry all the time. Now, don't cry so much that you make a scene, but we need to be in touch with our authentic self and our emotions to be in this thing called life in a way that makes sense and that we can really be who we truly are. And I'm a softie. All it takes is a good TikTok video on a dog being rescued, and I'm just a puddle of tears, because that's how I roll. Chris, my partner, can attest to that. I always save these for her and show her, and she's like, stop crying. So while we may nod our heads in agreement, we find ourselves sacrificing ourselves in order to fit in and for the sake of others. And like us, we're looking for approval. We just want to fit in. We want to do the right thing in the right situation. When in Rome, do as the Romans. But if it's not comfortable for you, do what you feel is best for you. Starting with our authentic self as an expression of the divine energy, we need to explore a means for us to recover our wholeness in consciousness. We need to remember who we truly are. Before we became the being that you are now, what were you? In our oneness with the one infinite reality, call it God or spirit or source or Christ consciousness, that's your business what you call it, goddess, great spirit. We are all spiritual beings first, made in the image and likeness of the divine. That is our true and authentic self. And like I say, the source energy made us in its image and likeness, and we returned the favor by making our God into our image and likeness. And it's not like that. It's not a man or a woman, because it's every man, woman, child, and everything that is. But it's not reduced to being a human being, because it's everything that is. But in this moment, you've reduced yourself into agreeing to only have this limited perception. See, the self is perfect, whole, and complete. And our spiritual awareness is the uncovering of what we already have within us. Who we are is the very core of the eternal. Ernest Holmes said, as eternal as God, as indestructible as reality, and as changeless as truth. That's who we truly are. That's who I'm calling you out to be. Your authentic self, the real you. Now, you may not know what that looked like. just like when I stepped into that workshop, I did not know what that looked like. I had a challenge even standing in a group of people. I didn't know what to do with my hands. I was awkward and always tried to hide behind somebody. But I got to a place where I realized that if I wasn't who I wasn't allowing other people to be who they were. And so I started to get comfortable with who and what I truly am. It is this divine self that is back of all that we do, all of our intentions, and who we truly believe ourselves to be. Each one of us is a unique expression of the divine. And what stands between our authentic expression of who we truly are and how we show up is a collection of thoughts, thought patterns, beliefs, and attitudes. Those that have come through our experience of living life, and those who've handed us our ideas of ourselves, our parents, our teachers, our previous religious beliefs, the media, and the world. You know, through exploring our own inner life with compassion and practicing gratitude and acceptance of who we truly are, we are poised to speak our own truth and experience with courage. We begin to discover a freedom that comes from releasing the pressure of who we are not. Who you are not should never be part of your equation. It's something that we're all working to discover. You know, each one of us is trying to figure out what we're going to be when we grow up. That never ends. You know, you think, well, I've become this. But once you become something, you want to become something else. That's part of the beauty of self-discovery, is that it's a limitless experience. So I have 3 talking points. 1, begin to cultivate your awareness of who you truly are. The moment we were born, our world dramatically changed. From the warmth of our mother's womb, where our every need was met, to the world that was foreign to us. We learned quickly that we could get those caring for us to respond to us. We were told to be like this, or don't be like that. That was one of my favorites. Don't be like that. So that we could meet the expectations of others and even make them feel better around us. Don Miguel Ruiz refers to this process as domestication. And our authentic needs and wants became less important than how we need to be so that we could fit in and get by. Who do you think you are? Who do you truly believe yourself to be? Again, this isn't calling anyone out. This is calling all of us up to higher consciousness. At the temple of Apollo in Delphi, it's inscribed, "Know thyself." And this is where we must begin in cultivating authenticity. Through self-inquiry and journaling and therapy, spiritual mind treatment, seeing a practitioner or your therapist, and study, we begin to create that space within ourselves to awaken from this domestication and to get to know who we really are instead of who we're supposed to be. We discover that our light has been hidden behind erroneous beliefs and identities that have been picked up along our life's journey, which cause us to shrink back from completely living out loud. When was the last time you really sang out? Really just sang as if no one was listening. And I encourage you that if you have that desire, come join Treasure and our little group when we get together. Maybe you say, well, I can't sing. Everyone can sing. Now, some people sing better than others, and some people are asked to sing certain parts, and some people are better off playing the tambourine, but we can all play something. We can all sing something. Even if you're just keeping tempo, you're part of the experience. And that's what I'm calling you to be, is part of an experience that's bigger than yourself. You know, that's what our whole center is all about. We are open to this community to allow people to remember who they are. We don't want you to be who we want you to be. We want you to be who you want to be. And that frees us up to be who we want to be. I want to be in a group of people being who they've come here to really be. Number 2, cultivate compassion for yourself. You know, we are our worst critic, and we beat ourselves up more than anybody ever could. It does not always feel safe to live authentically, does it? Our thoughts and feelings may be different from those around us. We learned that there are consequences by not fitting into a group, being shunned or not asked to come back, or possibly you don't feel comfortable in a certain group of people. We've all felt that before. We've all been the last person to be picked for kickball. It's not fun. But you know what? We can all play the game. Our instinct to survive and our need to belong is so strong that we'd rather hide our authentic self for fear of those consequences, fear of the exile of abandonment, fear that we're not enough, or even that we may be unlovable, which is not the truth. If you weren't lovable, you would not have made it this far, my friend. We all are love in form. It can be no other way. You are the very personification of love itself. In Dr. Holmes' book, This Thing Called You, he writes, your soul belongs to the universe. Your mind is an outlet through which the creative intelligence of the universe seeks fulfillment. Again, that's This Thing Called You by Dr. Ernest Holmes. Pick it up, it's a good book. Starting with ourself as a spiritual being, we can start to recognize ourselves as an authentic being that we truly are. We are perfect in our imperfection. We are whole in the feeling of not being complete or whole. And we truly are complete. We have everything we need at our disposal. Just as each snowflake is perfect in its design, you are a unique and divine creation, embracing all of the allness of ourselves, the parts we like and the parts we don't like so much. But it's all God. It can be no other way. So let's open ourselves to the grace and compassion of the universe and let that flow through. Life is not asking us to become other than our true selves. It is this self with a capital S that longs to be revealed and seen. This is that feeling of dancing when nobody's looking. And I know you've done that. I know you've put on that great music and been in your own living room and cut loose. And if you haven't, boy, you better do that, because there is nothing like the feeling of completely cutting loose when nobody's around. And when you get comfortable with yourself, then you can do it in front of other people, and it's not so fearful. This brings me to my third talking point. Cultivate courage, deciding to be vulnerable. It's not possible to be seen if we hide. It's not possible to belong if we don't welcome others into our circle. In order to cultivate authenticity and no longer hide the parts of ourselves that we are afraid of and afraid for others to see, vulnerability is required. Yes, you may have a really crazy dance move and people go, whoa, did you see that? Those are the things that make us individual. Those are the stepping outside the lines that we need to do to express the divine in our own unique way. You know, it can be scary. It can feel like a risk because, you know, they may see who I really am and then not like me. Well, that's on them. That's where they are in consciousness. Where you are is expressing yourself. They're going to be jealous because you get to express yourself and they don't know how to do it. That's why they're upset. So cut loose. Be free. As long as you don't hurt yourself or anyone else, then do what you want to do. Because people are going to judge you anyway. You might as well have fun. The outcome is in your control. You get to decide. And courage will support us when we take those risks, trying something new, trusting another with our heart's story. And when we need to stand in and stand up and speak our own truth, it's so much easier when you can dance in front of the mirror and know yourself. You can definitely talk in front of the mirror of who you truly are. Again, Brené Brown writes, courage is a heart word. The root of the word courage is cor, the Latin word for heart. In one of its earliest forms, the word courage meant to speak one's mind by telling all of one's heart. Speak your heart. You know, I've said this before, but I have to bring in my gurus. My mom would say, love enough to send the very worst, which meant tell someone how you really feel. Don't pull your punches. Love enough to say, look, that hurt my feelings. And then you can start a dialogue on how to move forward. You know, there are days we will all have more courage and vulnerability than other. And those days can sometimes feel like a struggle. Living out loud authentically will bring us to our own growing edge. It will bring us to the edge of our comfort zone. But that's where the gifts of life are. That's where the fruit is, out on the skinny branches. And yeah, you may fall, but you may have a beautiful piece of fruit to show for it. Courage is what keeps us moving. Through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall not pitch a tent. I will not build a condo. I will not get a t-shirt. I will not order double prints. I will keep moving. And you know, it's like walking over hot coals. Your body knows how to get yourself off of them. Just keep moving. Sometimes you have to move kind of fast. So in conclusion, it all starts with getting to know thyself. And if you don't know who you are, that's okay. None of us really do. We're all here making it up as we go along. We're all figuring it out. You know, I have a title behind my name that says MSU. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, MSU. And you're an MSU too. Make stuff up. That's right. Make it up. Now, don't lie about it, but have some fun with yourself. It starts with getting to know yourself in a way that self-inquiry and spiritual practice brings awareness around what's happening in our lives, in our reaction in both internal and external stimuli. They help us to get in touch with our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, which is the necessary energy to living a conscious life. Wake up. Don't hit the snooze bar once again. You've worn that sucker out. Being in a spiritual community and surrounding ourselves with people we trust also supports our spiritual journey of creating authenticity, giving us the opportunity to be our true selves, our vulnerable selves, and to be true to who we have come here to be. Emerson wrote that imitation is suicide. To live a life as someone other than your authentic self is to not live your true self life. Are you living someone else's life? Cultivating authenticity is not a means to make others accept or approve of you. It is the practice of being real as we grow to love and approve of who we really are. It is you being authentically you as only you can be, because everyone else is already taken. And so it is. Amen. So we've come to that point where we're going to step into our teaching and remember who we are and go into prayer. So I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or just take a soft focus on something beautiful in your own home. And let's remember that there is a power. This power is always on. It never turns off. It never gets tired. It never sleeps. Because when it goes into the sleep mode, that's when it's most active. That's when we dream. And we are a dream the divine is having. We are the goddess, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, all things rolled into who and what you are. And as we activate the great spirit, a tingling sensation of love begins to be experienced, not just in our body, but in our consciousness. That tickling sensation that moves us forward, that calls us to sing out, that calls us to play, to have fun, and to dance like no one is looking. Because no one is looking. If they're looking, it's because they love what you're doing and they want to do it themselves. So dance. Get crazy. But know that the divine energy that you have come here to be is expressing itself in a way that only you can. You are the divine. You are what you have been looking for. Because truly, what you are looking for, you are looking with. You have found it. You are it. So now is the time for deep love. Love your life so intently that even your challenges are yours. Claim them. And in claiming them, sending them the love of the universe, they begin to untie themselves like a tight knot. All of a sudden, you start to understand where your energy can be placed perfectly for the unraveling of whatever situation you're working with. When we begin to know that we don't have to do the work, that our work is just to know that the divine energy is right in our midst, it begins to be activated in a way that heals. That miraculous energy begins to thrive as only you can. You are the thriving energy and miraculous love of the universe made manifest. How good it is to know that you're at the right place at the right time right now. You didn't miss the boat. You are on purpose, and your healing is at hand. So let's be grateful. Let our hearts overflow with the manifestation and energy of the universe that heals and reveals our own personal, authentic self. You are here, and you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing right here and right now. That if the universe handed you a card that said what you should be doing, it would say, you're doing it right now. You're perfect on purpose. Thank you. So as we release this directly into that living, loving law, knowing it is already done, giving great thanks that our miracle has come in. How good it is to smile upon our divine self, because we know the secret of the universe. It is not off away somewhere. It is closer than hands and feet. And for this, we give great thanks as we affirm it together by saying, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Well, it's interesting to give online, as we can't pass the basket, so to speak. But I would just encourage you to go to our online giving to give your tithe this week, or save it for next week when we're in person again. But let's recite our offertory affirmation, and I'll recite a line and then you can recite it after me and so on. I give freely, and abundantly to this center, which is my beloved spiritual home, And so it is. And Tracia will have a little bit of music for us now. Tracia?
My pleasure. Thank you, Steve. Well, you could trade the pin. You could put me up front if you don't mind. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am. Letting fear and worry fall away from me, I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. when I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way. Well, I go inside and quiet my mind. I can hear a spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. It's love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
Thank you, Treasure. Well, let's say a prayer for our offertory this morning. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They're evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They do good works in the world. They bless the giver and the receiver and allow our center to thrive in such a beautiful, miraculous way that we are automatically that attraction point in the universe for people who are choosing to know who they are, and even for those who may not know it yet. And for this, our entire community is blessed. And so it is. Amen. Again, I want to thank everybody who continually gives to our center. It is because of you that this center exists. I've been going through some of our history and putting together our iMovie and reading some of the old notes and all the people that it took to buy that property and to keep it going through the years. It's just we have a miraculous gem that is our center, and it's just great. It's such a blessing to me to be the spiritual leader of this wonderful Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living community, and honoring all the people that have gone before us that have given us this gift of this center is a gift that we need to take good care of so that we can hand it off to those that follow us. And so it is. So it's time now for our closing song. And Treasure, do you want to?
Sure. I would love to. Okay, everybody, we've been sitting long enough. It's time to stand up. Stand up if you can. Stand up if you're able. Oh my gosh, take a nice big breath. Yes. What a good message, right? We're going to sing Joy to the World. I'm going to do it a cappella, so I need you to sing really loud even though I can't hear you. It's okay. I know you're there. You ready? Here we go. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls now. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls now. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you, Treasure. Well, I want everybody to unmute now.
Okay, here we go.
Everybody unmute so we can do the benediction together, okay? That little button and undo your microphone because I want to hear everybody. So, everybody ready? Here we go. Something wonderful is
Wonderful's happening
now.
right now.
Something
Wonderful
wonderful
is
is happening
right now.
It's happening in my mind,
It's
happening
in my mind.
Mind.
in my body,
In my
Mind.
body.
and in the body of my affairs.
And in the body of my affairs.
Affairs.
I think it,
I think it.
Think it,
I feel it,
I feel it.
feel it,
I know it.
I know it.
I know it.
Just the way that it is,
Just the way that it
That it
is.
is,
and just the way that it is not.
Just
the way that it is not.
Thank you, life.
Thank
you,
life.
Life.
Yay, go
Thanks
team.
for coming, everybody. We will see you at the center next week.
Okay.
Chili
Blessings.
Chili cook-off.
Chili cook-off.
Woohoo!
Yay.
And game day. Woohoo!
Yay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a good week.
Dog. Oh my goodness.
Here, I can show you my. I can show my new puppy.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. This is Bridget. She's a little full of lots of energy, and yeah.
Oh, congratulations, Jamaica. She's adorable. What's her name?
Her name's Bridget.
Bridget.
Merlin and Ethel, your puppy's so cute. What's her name? Oh, look at all the cutes. And show our doggies off in a minute.
Oh, man. Oh, my sweet girlfriend.
It's show the dogs off. Speaking of, they're saying on the other dogs are like, hey. See you guys next week.
Bye,
Have a good
everybody.
weekend.
Great service. Good job, people.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Great talk, Rev.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.